Well, hello everybody for another wonderful video of Lennie Plays WOT. So today we're in my wonderful Cruiser Mark IV. It's a very interesting light tank. It's got some speed, but the gun on it is a 4-shot autoloader at tier 3. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it does a double shot for each click I do, and so it's tunk, tunk. And then I can reset and then go tunk, tunk. And so this is just one of those games. It's got a really cool BTSV, which you can only get if you get a pre-order box set of World of Tanks from Russia. You can get that tank, and then also a Panzer, I think it's a 2J, which is a light tank that's tier 3 that has the same armor as a KV-1, but at tier 3 instead of tier 5. It's basically impenetrable by any tank. It's got 80 mils of front armor and 50 all around, and it's just a beast. And so right here I run over the standard there, because if someone is capping and hides behind that, I have to waste a shot blowing it up, which is not that big of a deal because of the gun, but you don't want to give the other team the opportunity to use that as cover when you're trying to reset a cap. So I'm looking here, looking for shots, and honestly, the gun on this is not very accurate, and so I was thinking about going up top, and then I was like, that's not very useful or time. And, I didn't commit to it earlier, which means I'm already down here, and so I go into the town and fight for it, thinking that I might be able to get some nice flanking shots, and that T-70 shot, I'm like, dude, is he firing at me? But he wasn't, but he also wasn't very accurate with his shots. I was like, well, that's weird. And here I'm trying to use cover, but get good shots off, and a lot of waiting, but yeah, that was a wax. So my team, down one, but we're going through. I don't actually have any shots on that artillery, which is a bummer, because it would have been useful. I think right here, yeah, I get good shots, but I kind of try, I haven't gotten used to this gun. And as you can see, that was a Cruiser 2, and it's not, I don't think that has an autoloader. I think that's just a simple tank. And I'm doing this autoloader route so I can get up, and I like the end result of this line, and so that's what I'm doing it. So the tanks up through like tier 7 are fast attacks with autoloaders. No, tier 4 is the last autoloader, but then you get a very rapid firing gun. I think it has like 30 shots per second with okay penetration, and really fast. And so they're fun tanks. Then you get up to, as what Jingles would say is the best medium tank in the game. And how he plays it, there's a chance that I won't suck so bad that I still have a shot to not look like an idiot driving it. So that's fun. And as you can see, we were down a little bit, but now we're just moving the flank over here around to get behind him, as that BT-7 and T-82 are holding off the advancement of that whole line. They got stalled by 2 tanks, which, as our T-18's like, we gotta push because we're about to lose. And, if we didn't push around this corner full speed and just go, well, let's do this thing, we probably would have lost that, because we would have gotten holed in as they ran to our cap, and we would have had to go after them, which would have negated our advantage of getting here first. And so now they can't go and rush our cap, and as you can see how inaccurate that gun is, but it does have a good punch to it. So, and it's got an okay reload.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So 273 damage. It just with this gun, it just keeps on coming. So here I have some tunnel vision. I'm like, oh, and then I'm like, oh, the M2 is right there, and I'm like, oh, I better try and get some extra damage for this guy.
Penetration.
So, got an extra hit there, but I had some tunnel vision. I probably could actually killed that guy if I had actually, turned and focused instead of focusing on what's in front of me instead of using good map awareness about what's around me. And so I come up here and actually end up spotting some from the corner. And that one hurt a little bit. And then I go back and the rest of the team comes in and we just easily mop up the rest of these guys. And there I was like, it's not worth using a double shot to kill him. And so I use my clip to take that guy out. And now all the rest is that simple medium, which I don't know if he is... Yeah, see, not very good with this gun yet. But that was game. And when I come back, we're going to look at a game I did in a Hellcat. I did a really good job that time on this next one of spotting and trying not to rush forward. And that game was a first class mastery badge for the Cruiser Mark IV. It was a fun match, and it was just fun having a team that worked together to go around the side like that. So when I come back, we'll be starting the replay for the next one. So as you can see, this is a low percentage for everyone, but because of that, we actually have a 70% win ratio. That last game I showed you was a 51, so it could have gone either way. This one we're supposed to win, and through a lot of it, it doesn't actually feel that way. It feels really close, like we're gonna do something stupid, and then in the very end, I end up doing something stupid, but thankfully our Jackson ends up being a beast in this game and carries us all. So I want to thank Hooter 120 for making our team look awesome when we failed you miserably. I still do pretty good in this one, and so I'm doing the normal fast scout type situation, going full speed and getting up for A1, and then I'm going to sit in a bush at C1 spotting for my team forward into cap. And when I get in this bush, it's a great spotting location, but for the other team, if you're getting spotted or think you might be spotted, move your turret, point right at this bush and fire. And it will be a wonderful time when you realize that that tank that was ruining everyone's day is going to die or run away or unspot you. Because it's a normal situation to sit in this bush because it's such a great forward spotting location for anyone that decides to sit at A1 and A2 as a long-range tank destroyer. And so when you're sitting here, you have great vision forward. Depending on the view range, you can get all the way to G1 and G2 and spotting guys coming in. So here I'm getting spotting damage, I think, for some of it, but I sat here a long time debating if I was going to take that shot because it gives away my position. And I was like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. Now, as a scout, I wouldn't have. I would have just sat there and let my team do its thing, but I decided instead to try and help move the battle forward. And there I donked a shot. Would have been useful if I got that. He would have been down probably about 30% instead of 68% if I could have hit there. But I didn't wait to be fully aimed and was a little jittery. But it was okay. So I'm just waiting here, and that ELC is like, yep. Any day I trade a 5 for a 7, we'll take that. And he did pretty good. I don't know how much damage he did, but he went forward to try and spot, but I don't think he spotted in a good location because when you're going up, he went through G2 and F2 and gave away his position. He would have been a lot better to yeah, thanks random generator. I wish that would have hit, but he would have been better to try and skirt along G3 and F3 along that ridge, because there's bushes, and then you can get up on the hill and then stay behind a bush there. But he didn't do that, which means he was spotted the whole way up, and so everyone's like, ooh, free light tank kill.
That one bounced.
And that one was me not thinking about what I was doing, and that is a wonderful Tiger P, which means I need to shoot its turret. It actually has I think 200 millimeters of frontal armor on a Tiger P on the hull, but the turret is relatively easy to penetrate, especially with this really nice 90 millimeter tank destroyer gun. And here the team moves up, and like,
We didn't penetrate their armor.
I don't know where that one hit. I'm thinking it probably went right through tried to go through the turret, which as much as M6 isn't very armored, it does have an okay turret. And so here they're moving up to try and take cap, and I have to go back to the bush so that my team can see their team sitting in. And so here I see, oh, that IS has me, and so I have to pull back. But I spotted him, and so my team gets to take pot shots at him as he's stuck there. And I think he eventually gets taken out. And another shot through the turret of that Tiger P. Useful. And now we're at we're still losing this match and we lost another one. I think that's the T1 airborne going through the forest, and we're just getting handed. And I don't know what this VK was doing. He's like, hey, this will be fun. I was like, for me. And I hit him, he spotted through me, and so all the damage everyone does here, I get credit for it. So this ended up being a very good match for me due to the spotting damage from that location. And at this point, I see the Easy 8, and you can see that he was last seen at whatever that H2, and I'm like, I don't think this is going to be useful anymore, because I see that our artillery and everyone was getting overrun, and I'm like, well, I think I need to go help over there. And so in a little bit, I end up backing up, because I could try and just turn and go down, but if anyone happened to be down this valley that I can't see, maybe they're hiding in a bush, I wanted to make sure I had proper speed going through the valley, so that if they do fire, it's harder to hit me when I'm moving at 50 instead of barely accelerating going at 30. It's just an easier target, easier to lead to do. And anytime now. Twiddling my thumbs. I guess I had to wait for another person to get killed before I decided to try and help. Probably wouldn't start, and I don't know what he's firing at. He's like, that M4, he's just firing blind, hoping to hit something, which, you can do that, but giving away your position may not be a good idea. So there's another Hellcat here, and I decide that maybe it's my job to make sure that Hellcat doesn't kill us. And so I'm trying to get a line on him, and I'm not doing a very good job of realizing he's behind a building. And so I see the heavy tank there is hiding behind a bush, so that gives me a little bit of time. And so I hit him, back up, he gets hit again by, I think, the Jackson. And here I'm coming around because I was like, oh, and I just fire, thinking that I could go there, but then when I realized and came around and looked, he's behind a building. I can't do anything at this point, so I'm like, well, I still don't see anybody coming around, so I'm like, let's go ahead and take him out. And the Jackson, I think, no, the IS, nice cat, I'm sitting on 2 kills and 1,700 hits. You know, it's good. I mean, I'm happy with this game. But that Jackson, he had like at the end of it, like 3,800 damage, and there he just dominated this match. And so here, this is where I screw up, and I'm in Hellcat. I have no armor. What I need to do is just run away. And I'm like, oh, I'll just slow down. I'm doing this little thing, and then, yeah,
This vehicle is
good job,
headed.
Panther. He totally waxes me. And so, yeah, dang. So now Hooter, he goes on his exploratory run, and he kind of does the same thing that I do. Makes one bonehead maneuver, and with that, gets waxed. You know, he does a great job of trying to go where he thinks the artillery should be. Um, I think I moved to him. I wonder if it'll move the camera with me to that guy too. If not, I might have to. Yeah, there we go. We'll just stick with my view. So this is me following Hooter through the there, and we'll go ahead and speed it up because you know, we don't need to wait. So here it comes through, and Bolin starts to try and move that. And here he fires, and then I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, you know, a GW Panther is just going to wax you if you let him. And so instead of pulling back, he should have moved forward there because he could have stayed through the turret. I've got Bolin. He found the SU-122 and he got waxed. And lucky shot there that mixed. And he sees him here and goes in there, and wonderful end to it. A artillery. Wax another artillery. Game over, we win. Great game for me. I mean, I can't be too unhappy with 1,700 damage, and that ended up being, I think, a second class mastery badge because the Hellcat everyone loves, and it has such a great gun and great maneuverability that you can get some really amazing games in this. I think the when Jingles showed it once, it was something like he had 6,000 damage to get a mastery badge or something like that. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.